Hey, hey, hey. Welcome to my channel. My name is Emmy from Emmy Evolving. If this is your first time joining me, hello. Thank you for finding me. If this is not your first time, oh shoot. If this is not your first time, thank you for coming back. Hold on. This is my first time going live in this room. So I gotta ask my hubby. All right, there we go. Basically, I left my stuff downstairs. So this will have to do for now. So today we have a few things available. I'm trying something new. This is definitely something that I've been considering for some time now. And basically, I'm testing it today. Here's the link to the expedited requests. And today what we have available is, let's see, we have bioscans, condensed Clair Tarot readings, manifestation amplification. This amplifier is basically the next moon cycle, because we just entered the Aquarius. Hello, Aquarius. We just had full moon in Aquarius, and the next lunar event is going to be new moon in Virgo. And just like Virgo, true to Virgo form, we totally are preparing in advance, okay? So that's going to be, I believe, on August 30th is when the new moon is coming. This is going to really help to deeply plant seeds of manifestation that are going to take root, okay? We're going to try and manifest the best life possible for you. And this is definitely going to help assisting energetically. And that's the manifestation amplifier. I also have the Twin Flame Clair Tarot. We have the Galactic Shield Amelioration. That's using extremely high frequencies to really beef up your shield. If you're getting a lot of malevolent galactic interference, if you're a starseed, this has been going a lot. This has been going on a lot for starseeds. This will help with that. We also have the DNA activation. We have elemental enhancers based on whatever your element is, meaning earth, air, water, fire. I kept wanting to say sun, moon, rising, and Venus. Earth, air, water, fire. And so what the elemental enhancer is going to do, based on your zodiac element, earth, air, water, or fire, this will infuse your morphogenetic template with light code enhancers to amplify your zodiac strengths and further strengthen any aspects that may need some help. Okay, this is designed to help give you further energetic support on your spiritual path. It's also really good combined with the manifestation amplifier so that, thank you, Daddy, so that you can really beef things up. Wait, why this phone?
I just gave you everything.
Okay, so the way now I have hella cords in front of me. All right, and that's available via the link that I commented. There you go. So the way we start this, okay. I think either it's dead or someone turned it off. And turn it back on. People already getting timed out. Ooh, you guys. At least wait until we're 30 minutes in. I'm just saying. Oh shit, it's gonna die. All right, that's why he gave me this. Hold on, guys. I just gotta, this is so weird going live in this room. Well, no, it's not weird going live in this room. What's weird is I'm not sitting on the floor. I'm actually on a seat. Can you believe that? I'm coming up in life. And FYI, PSA, Jessica Rose is not playing today. She ain't joking. She ain't joking. Okay, let me just drink some water. All right. Let's do this, guys. So obviously this has to charge for Lord knows how long. All right, I'll do it on my phone, which is also charging. And in case you guys haven't noticed, I totally drain the battery off all my devices when I don't control my emotions. All right, here we go. We're going to do, what is it called? Number Wars. We're doing Number Wars. And if this is your first time joining for Number Wars, if you guess the number that I'm writing on my phone, and you're the first one that I see, not you, but me, then you win a Claire Tarot reading from me, okay? So, oh, well, shit. All right, I wrote the number. Hey, Scott. Right, Melissa, swearing is acceptable, but being rude is not. I'm in full agreement with the ladies. All right, there we go. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So while we're waiting for someone to align the numbers with what I wrote, I wanted to give you guys a quick update. The other week, I had done Adrian Fernandez. You won at 63. Adrian Fernandez. All right. So just really quick, while I get my cards out. I had done a live event for a dear friend of mine. Her father is terminally ill. They've given the family the horrible news that it's only a few weeks now. The cancer has spread everywhere. So we raised a nice little amount for them, and it came in so handy because she just found out, for whatever reason, her employer did not submit her paperwork when they hired her, and so she's been paying into paid family time, paid family leave of absence, FMLA, yet she's not qualified to take FMLA. So the money that was raised for her covered her butt, and now she's just devastated because she has no FMLA. She's the primary caretaker of her father. It's a bad circumstance. She's finally agreed to start a GoFundMe page. I'll be sharing that very soon. Yeah, if you guys can check it out when you're able, that would be very deeply appreciated. She's devastated. She's absolutely devastated. Yeah. I'll ask if she's willing to allow me to share the scan that her family received for her father. It's now 4:44. Awesome. But yeah, no, I saw it, and I was sobbing. It's bad. It's real bad. So hopefully the family can come together, and a lot of supporters. You guys have done so awesome with reaching out and being very supportive of her, and just really showing her that even if we don't know each other, you still matter. You know, all of us matter. So thank you guys for that. Seriously, thank you guys for that. It's really touched her so deeply. All right, Adrian. So girl, the ex, is he still bothering you? He lost his caca-ass mind. He lost his caca-ass mind, girl. Did he lose his caca-ass mind? Well, no. It seems as though he pissed you off, like, really badly. That's what the cards are saying. And I think you might have given him a piece of your mind. And it's time for you to kind of snap back out of that, because you've grown beyond that, that type of chosen response. And it's okay to kind of revisit that momentarily, but you can't stay there. Okay. Card number 20 is softly, softly, the tender touch. It seems like, you know, you might want to be saying some really intense stuff. Hold back from it. Okay. And don't be beating yourself up about having given him another chance. Oh, you dreamed about him. Was it an intense dream? Were you guys arguing in the dream? You also have card number 17, what is already with you. So if he was actually your twin, which I can't remember what we've discussed before, but there's this feeling like he possibly could have been. He possibly could have been a twin. If you need his assistance, energetically speaking, that's not going to be withheld from you. Okay. Oh, he was trying to get back and you ignored him. Yeah. That's kind of the feeling that I was getting. Girl. But, you know, he's energetically speaking. A twin is not allowed to withhold the assistance that you need. And you guys, I want all of you guys to know this. Energetically speaking, a true twin is not allowed to withhold the help that you need, regardless of what the human mind thinks, what they feel towards you. Like if they're so pissed off at you and don't like you, yeah, no, that none of that matters. They have to assist, energetically speaking. So don't worry, you're still going to continue growing. What do you feel? Card number 9. You definitely are comparing two very different things. Maybe soul level versus human mind level. I think you're very torn. Do you feel torn about the decision you've made? I think you made the right decision, if we're going to be completely honest. I think at that point, being together was not going to grow any of you, either of you. It was just going to continue to perpetuate old cycles. I don't think he's ready to release old cycles. So, you know, just you make, hello, first timer. You just got to make sure that you keep focused on what's important, okay? Make sure you focus on what's important for you. No, not torn on leaving, but torn on the decision to have even given him a chance. Like almost this sense of, you know, where the hell was my intuition? Why did I even really bother? Does that make sense? I don't know if I explained myself. All right. So I hope that gives you. Yeah, no, it wasn't a waste of time. Girl, no, it was not a waste of time. Yeah, it's like, where would I have been had I not wasted this time? And, you know, was it really something I needed? It really was something you needed. It gave you the clarity that you needed, okay? All right. So let's go ahead. I hope that helps you, Adrian. Let's go ahead and pick another number wars winner. Let us see. All right. All right. You're welcome, Adrian. Let's see. The energy is weird today. Super duper weird. Ooh, Catherine. Catherine Oracle Love. You won at 15. Catherine Oracle Love. You won at 15. All right, let's get you some cards. Let's see what the cards have to say today. All right. Here we go. You ready? Ooh. Okay. So you got card number 25, release the dark wound, let love live. You have things coming up, old things, old emotions, old thoughts. A lot of the shadow aspects are kind of scooching over for deeper things to rise to the surface. This is a natural part of your ascension cycle, okay, Catherine? This is definitely something that will be challenging. It can be very, very painful. It can be a period where nothing really makes sense. And it's like, is this an implosion? What, did I make a wrong turn somewhere? No, you didn't. You didn't. Oh, has it been happening for 2 weeks? Yeah, it's definitely something that's needing to happen for you at this point, okay? Definitely something needing to happen for you at this point, because these are things that are so old that and they've festered for so long that they need to come up and be released. Because of that process, of course, card number 38, restore and replenish. It can definitely leave you curled up in a ball on the floor crying. Okay. You know, it's definitely a normal part of the process. Quite a few of us go through this. Oh, you know, I can feel the emotions rising right now. A lot of us go through this, though. You're not the only one that feels so beat up by this process, but it's in that moment of recognizing there's really nothing left to take from you that you begin to strengthen yourself. When you have nothing left to lose, when you feel like you have nothing left to lose, you have everything to gain. It's in that moment you're willing to fight to regain what was taken away, what was perceived to have been taken away. So you have a lot of messages from your higher self. They're going to just sit there and wait until you're ready to hear the messages. Okay, there's no rush for this. This process is definitely not something you rush. The key is in holding it together. Okay, see all those buttons? What do buttons do? They hold things together. And that's where the key is. It's in holding it together as you finish this process. Make sure that while you're going through it, card number 20, softly, softly, the tender touch. Don't beat yourself up for things that have already happened. Instead, Instead, I want you to quietly just observe why you feel this way. What happened? Why do you feel this way? And just keep asking yourself, why do I feel this way? And it's not that it's wrong to feel that way. It's that now you've had more life experience. And so it's going to be easier for you to understand what the emotions are trying to bring your attention to. And that's really what you need to do. Okay. Pay attention to where the emotions are bringing your focus. A lot of the things that happen in life really are meant to teach us something profound. And oftentimes, it's so difficult to process those emotions that we don't get to what's actually being gifted to us. Instead, once we finish crying, we put it in a box and put it on the shelf because it's just too difficult to address. A lot of people do this. I do this too. So it's not that there's anything wrong with you. It's that now it's time for you to grow beyond your comfort zone. Okay. And you've gone through so much, girl. You've gone through so much. At least this time when you hurt, it's going to be for your benefit. Okay. So no matter what, if you're already hurting anyways, might as well make sure that hurt benefits you, right? And this is not saying like we're taking advantage of other people or using other people. No, this is about really reaping the benefits of the lessons that you were supposed to learn back then. And it was just too painful then. Now you have enough life experience for that. Okay. So let's go ahead and get started on the expedites. Let's see. All right. So Catherine, you have a scan. Okay. Okay. What have you been feeling? What have you, like, what area do you want me to scan? My general rule of thumb for anyone that wants to ask me is, you know, someone coming back, once they're gone, they're gone. They're gone. And if they do come back, they're coming back as someone different. It's not going to go back to the way it was ever, ever. So move forward. And if you reconnect, you reconnect. But if you don't, it's okay. Because that person that you knew is never coming back. They're never going to be that person again. Okay. You're back. Are they sharp pains or are they aches? Shit, I don't have earbuds. Hey, Daddy, if you're watching, can you bring me corded earbuds? Bad aches. Down to the bones. Excuse me. Shh. Catherine, just breathe very deep and very slow. I have to wait for earbuds, okay? Let me. They're all screaming downstairs. Hey, Bammy, can you please get my workout bag, my gray one, and bring it to me? If you guys would listen to what I'm saying, there are headphones in my workout bag. Thank you. Oh, he hung up on me. He hung up on me. So, Catherine, just breathe very deep and very slow. I'm still watching it, okay? There is a circumstance. Start your fire. Burn it from the inside out. This looks like a bondage bag. This is just. Where is. Did you take it?
No, I looked through your purse as well. I didn't see it in your purse.
All right, that's fine. All right, Catherine. Keep burning. Just keep burning. It's starting to freak out, okay? Keep burning. You might feel the presence of a very large male approaching. All right, just breathe, keep burning, burn hotter. I'm going to sedate your back, okay? You might feel a sword going up your back. Breathe. Listen to my voice. I'm inside your field with you. If you can hear it screaming, ignore it. Let go. Final warning. Let go, I'll force you. You too. Let go. Final warning. There's one more. You touch me, there'll be consequences. Test me and see. I'm courting you into solar energy. I want you to set your entire field on fire, okay? If you're observing and you're sensitive to energy, you might get very dizzy. Please make sure you're seated. Hotter, Catherine. Burn both of us too. Hotter. Burn it with blue fire like a torch. All right. How do you feel? Hi, Ebony. Mary Poppins. Oh, it's a Mary Poppins bag. A Mary Poppins bag of bondage. Like seriously, look at this. Look at this. Large. I didn't want to. Oh, it's left. Not large. You feel okay? Just take a moment, all right? I'm still observing your field. So, I should just wear these. Get ready for some ass kicking. Just ready for some ass kicking. No, I should put it away before I end up not knowing where it is when I do need it. Just quit messing around, girl. Put it back in your Mary Poppins bag. All right. Hi, Billy. You felt them jumping off? Okay. Yeah, no, like there was a third major one, and it was trying to like sneak up, touch me, see what happens. Like, for real, touch me, see what happens. Am I fucking around? Yeah, you get one warning today. Okay. I'm taking a page out of Jessica's book. You get one warning, and then I'm ass kicking. So, Catherine, make sure in a few minutes, if you whenever you start to get dizzy, set your entire field on fire again, because you're going to continue to surge solar energy, and that's going to be very intense for you. I know you're sensitive to energy, but we need to keep burning your field. All right, keep burning your field. Keep making sure that nothing comes back in. Oh, thank you. All I'm doing is assisting you, hun. All right. Next, we have Caroline Jolly. So a scan. Okay. Oh. Okay. It doesn't feel like 2M. But I'll definitely check if it's a new strain. And you might have to consider another food item affecting you, or it could be you've increased in frequency. I'll definitely check for this stuff, but if you've increased in dimensional frequency, like leveled up, then even the smallest amounts, like trace amounts of certain foods that you've cut out, it will have a very intense effect. Man, I almost want to say this is physiological as well. Have you seen the doctor for this? I'm wondering if you have an actual infection. it's almost as though uh, like a inflammation in the fascia. Um, when your stomach hurts, is it deep in your belly? Yeah, stomach flu should not last this long. Something viral will definitely improve by now. Viral usually takes about 7 to 10 days. Um, yeah, that tells me it's something inside your abdominal cavity. Do you have any kind of fever? Even low grade? Do you get the shakes? Okay, good. Let me just check. Hold on, Michael is talking. You don't have any new friends, do you? So this is a new set of symptoms. Hold on. I definitely feel like, aside from aside from energetic, which we're definitely going to look at, you absolutely need to see a physiological doctor. Okay, I don't like to mess around with your physiological health and safety. This is concerning me. This is definitely concerning me. Um, what the heck is it called again? Hold on, let me just look. I think it might be this. Let me just make sure. Gastroenteritis, like a um, let me just get the spelling. I'm going to comment it so that way you can look at the symptoms, see if it matches up. Okay. I think it's more than just stomach flu. There's varying degrees of gastroenteritis. I think this is not just viral. It might be like something has gotten. I don't want to say appendicitis, but similar, but not in the appendix. Does that make sense? Like certain areas, if you have leaky gut and food gets lodged, like small pieces of food gets lodged, then it can cause symptoms like this. But you definitely need to make sure with an actual doctor. Okay, let me go ahead and start scanning. And do your oh, you're just gonna start playing, huh? I didn't even press play. As soon as I stick you in my ear, you start playing just like that. All right. Just like that. I'm going to tell you everything that I find, if I find anything, okay? Um, this is a huge parasitic circumstance. Anchored in the lower left belly. Upper right near liver, just above the belly button. Just below the diaphragm, below the sternum. Left of heart space. Base of neck just right side. Base of skull near the hairline, just left of spine. Both adrenals. Shit. Don't move, Caroline. Arkai and Winter are both approaching. I'm breached. You might get real hot and real dizzy. Entering your core. Clear. Sterilizing your bowels. Okay, just breathe. Give you a second. All right. Oh, oh, oh. I'm doing your other expedites now, okay? I don't know if you can feel that. The founders are approaching. Triangulum are approaching. They're clearing down to subatomic level. Caroline, please lay down. All right. How do you feel? Good. The burpee is good. That's releasing quite a bit. You do still need to make sure you see the doctor though, okay? Just to be on the safe side. There was something, and this was recent. Disgusting is what it was. Super duper disgusting. This time it wasn't Azazi. I think because he knew he'd be detected, he tried to insert something else. But it definitely was disgusting. It was like, the movie Aliens, the big black one with like the bullet head. You know that one, right? And the body was super skinny. It was kind of like that, but dipped in tar. Is that what I saw last week? This one doesn't have Azazel though. Oh, it was just a projection last week? Well, he then went and put the real thing in there. I think he was pissed off that that basically he didn't get away with whatever he was plotting. He's a bichacho. He's a bichacho. I'm not even joking. He's a bichacho. Adios, bichacho. I'm just saying. You know what? He makes me want to get hood. I'm just saying. Now I'm just saying. This is how we do it now. All right. So we went ahead. I removed it. I did your galactic shield amelioration. I also did the manifestation amplifier. I don't know what he's trying to do with you. I'm going to be completely honest. I don't know what he's trying to do with you. But it's annoying me. It's never good to annoy someone like me. Because then the claws come out. I'm just trying to scan you one more time to make sure that there's nothing that was missed, okay? I do hear him laughing though. I don't see or feel anything in your field at this point. It's just a lot of energy kind of going around from your other expedites. But I did hear him laugh. I'm hoping this is the last of it. Oh, boo-boo. That's why I like you so much. She's like, can you feel me flipping him off? Girl, I do. You crack me up. You crack me up. Feel out. Feel out. Feel the way I do. Feel it. Okay. Next we have, let's see, Melissa Bernard. Okay, so Claire Tarot. Ooh. Okay. Let us see. Let's see. Let's do your Claire Tarot real quick. All right. Oh, what should you do now? So the other week, I think it was last clinical. Shiatsu. Shiatsu. All right, hold on. Okay. Shiatsu, that's what I said. I didn't stutter. You should do the Tumblr exercise. There's no PDF. It's last week's clinical, okay? The Lilith and Azazel clinical. It's in there. You should do those. Also observe how you feel around Wolf's friend, the new one that comes around, okay? There's possibly some sort of entry being used because I didn't see any indications on your shield that he entered without permission. And I mean, I know you're not just going to let him in. you know? He's leaving in a week, so just kind of observe as best you can. All right, Melissa. Oh, and I got breached. Is that what you're asking about? I got breached while I was scanning you. It entered my belly, and then Winter and Archai came. They were livid. So yeah, that's what happened. Girl, you always get these same cards. Oh my God. Can he just come forward already? Stop being such a bichacho. I'm talking to Melissa. He's a bichacho. Hold on. I need further clarity on this bichacho behavior. Where's my other cards? I'm gonna telepathically speak to your twin. Hello, bichacho. Órale pues, bichacho. No me gusta. All right. I really do need clarifier cards because, I mean, not to say I know who your twin is. I'm just saying. I'm kind of feeling like he's a bichacho. I'll stop. I'll stop. This is what will happen. See what I'm saying? Because he is a bichacho. He is, girl. He's a bichacho. Okay, calm down. People have no idea what the hell you're talking about. Okay, just stick that there. Get a couple more cards. It's going to be fine. It's going to be fine. Okay? Girl, I'm telling you. A swift punch to the ball sack. Hold on. Oh, God. Okay. All right. There we go. Okay. So, again, you get the twin card. It looks like reconnection is imminent. If this card keeps coming up, there's a pretty high likelihood that, you know, this is an imminent connection. Now, the tower moment. I don't think this is going to be a tower moment for you, though, boo. I think it's going to be a tower moment for Bichacho over here. I think that's what's going to happen. I think they're going to realize how hot mess they've been and that they're needing to focus and organize because you're going to be over here. No wonder Mom hated this damn table. I almost ruined my cards because of it. I know I got you a cheap tray. Hey, it wasn't that cheap, but it was one of the cheaper ones. I know. Anyways, card number 11, diving for light. So it's almost like you have really no other way of being. You're just someone that dives deep into people, or it could be that they ask you to go that deep without even realizing it. And, you know, it brings to the surface the pieces of them that they're wanting to hide. And then they start feeling like, like, boo, those are your own swords. Only one attacking you is you. You know, the only one attacking you is you. So it's definitely going to be a moment of awakening for whoever this is. Whoever your twin is, it's going to be a really awakening type of thing. Card number 42, the word wants to be written. You're definitely going to be activating their crown and third eye with the things that you say in conversation. I don't know if this is going to be an intentional type of deep conversation, or you just end up having a run-of-the-mill conversation, but it hits them real deep. Because again, here's the whole diving for the light. You're trying to help them. Your presence helps them to remember the gravity of their own light. And it's buried under layers and layers of dark shadow work stuff that hasn't been done. Yeah. So with this part where you kind of, I don't know if you put your foot down or you just kind of have conversation and it gets them to realize something. Why don't you walk your ass to your kitchen and eat some food? Okay? Eat some fucking food, bro. Thank you, Melissa. I'm just saying, go walk your ass to the freaking human resource department. Get yourself some food stamps if you can't afford groceries. Don't be coming on this shit telling you want to eat what? Fuck out of here with your shit. Ace of Pentacles. That just threw me off. Like, what? That was just right. That was rude. Like that made my own salt rise. Anyways, Ace of Pentacles. So you're it. You know what I mean? You're gonna be the focus. This is going to help them really focus on aspects of themselves, which then brings the focus back to you. But careful not to allow yourself to get depleted. Whoever this is, they got so much shit. It's just so much stuff. So many cups that are needing to be emptied and refilled. That's not your job. Okay. And you know that. It's just basically you're being given confirmation that this is definitely going to be a task, and you can handle it. You can handle it. It's just you have to keep mindful of the boundaries, because I think what ends up happening when people connect with their twin, there's a part of you that really feels badly when they're hurting. You feel really badly for them and you want to shelter them. And yeah, no, don't shelter them. Don't shelter them. They need to learn this stuff. And it's not to say be harsh. It's to say, remember the boundaries and do what's appropriate for whatever the circumstances. Because, that boundary is not a fixed thing. It's a very dynamic thing. And as you guys interact, the boundary will kind of shift and sway. Okay. So, yeah, it's your reading, Melissa. But yeah, and not necessarily to say that they need tough love, but to use discernment as to what type of love they're needing in what moment. Okay. But definitely, reconnection is imminent. Definitely imminent, Melissa. Let's see, what were the other? Okay, so we also wanted the elemental answer. And was there one more thing? Okay, the elemental answer. Okay. So breathe very deep and very slow. Do. I do feel love, feel the way I do. Okay, let me get a song. in his fingertips, gold tooth. You skirts, I love the way you back. All right. So that went to your chest, and you might have a little bit of hiccupy feeling for maybe like 15, 20 minutes. Okay. Not actual hiccups, but maybe some hiccupies. Some hiccupies. So, my tattoos? You're welcome, Melissa. Next, we have Jennifer Couture. My baby's got a messed up head. Ba-ba-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Yeah, he's still my baby. Yeah, he's fluffing crazy, but he's still my baby. Um, okay, we'll definitely look at that question in a scan. Okay, I'll look at that as well. So let's see. My tattoos? I don't do flower of life stuff. That's a daisy of death. All right, she's here. So, let me go. Oh, not these cards? Why not? Love these effing cards. Which cards then? Which cards? Lead me to it. My baby's got a messed up head. Okay. Apparently these cards, because they will tell you, they will show you. No, really, it's the daisy of death. The angle is wrong. So it separates you from source. The flower of life as it's being presented is the wrong design. So let's see what higher self says. Geez, Louise. Okay, wrong deck. Excuse me, higher self. That is, it's this one. Excuse me. I thought it was that. Jeez, Louise. She said it's a wrong deck. Google it. You can find information on it. Google daisy of death. But a lot of the information that's presented, new age information, spiritual information, I'd say about 80 to 90% of it, controlled opposition. Half truths, absolutely. Absolutely. Don't just believe me, girl. Don't just believe me. You got to find out what I'm talking about. You have to seek the answers for yourself. Never take someone's word just to take someone's word for it. I could be wrong. I could be full of shit. Don't just believe me. All right. Jennifer Guitar. Ooh, boo boo. That's beautiful. Beautiful. I just want you to know you're my favorite girl. Oh, 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 oh. Sorry for your ears. This is gorgeous. Okay. So first off, this is in full alignment with everything you wrote. Now, the place where you're doing what was it, the aviary conservatory? Hold on, what was it? The bird conservatory. Is it tropical? Is it like where things like flamingos and iguanas would be? Because ideal course of action, card number 37. And then I see dandelions. It's like your dreams. The answers are in your dreams. And I think maybe that's where you need to be, especially if it's okay. That's where you need to be. It's a tropical island. So, yes, go to that conservatory. And then the work that you're going to be doing, yes, you need to be experiencing in-depth relations with the flora. Higher ground, card number 20. Do you see this? Gaia herself will speak to you through the flowers. That's you as a child. That's your inner child. Remembering. Look at all the different faces of Gaia. You see that? All those faces. You'll begin to get to know the flowers. They'll allow you to get to know who they are as individuals. A lot of people don't realize this, but flowers and plants actually have a consciousness. They are able to form bonds, familial bonds. And I've shared this before, but a plant that I had never met, I'd never been to that location, was telepathically communicating and letting me know how they were brought home, the way they're treated, their daily schedule, which lines up with my friend at the time, what they were doing. The financial burdens are in my mental way if I go there. No, they're not. Your fear of not being enough is what's in your way. The world's in your hands. It's fine. This is a test of your faith in yourself, your ability to do this. And there's absolutely nothing in your life that has given you confirmation that you're incapable. As a matter of fact, it's quite the opposite. Everything in your life has challenged you, and every single time you're challenged, you rise above it. And that's what this is. This is another challenge causing you to rise even higher. Heighten your vitality. Higher ground. Ideal course of action. I did not even realize that shit. Yep. I'm just saying, girl, that's where you need to be. But, you definitely have very real concerns, because if you're not getting paid, it costs to exist on this planet. But at the same time, I don't think you're realizing that once you're there, there are things that happen that take care of that fear, that absolutely will cater to that need. But you just have to get there. Okay? You just have to get there. And that's it. I want to tell you a story. I'll tell you a story. I think this is very applicable for you. A few years ago, I was still living in my RV, and, our funds were running low. And I have a lot of children. I have a lot of kids. Our funds were running low, and my husband was hired for this company, and he was to start in a few days, but snow was also coming, and he wanted to go to Texas, which was far away. And I was like, dude, we don't have enough money to go to Texas. You're crazy. You need to work. Yeah, we can get to Texas, but we won't be able to feed the kids. And basically I told him, if you can manage to get X amount of dollars by a certain day, then yeah, okay, this is against everything that I feel is right for us and makes me feel very, very afraid. But I'm going to trust you because you've always provided for us. Always. We've never been without. But this is like the ultimate test in my faith. So I'll believe you. And long story short, he was able to get those funds. And so we left the next day. And it was crazy because I was just like, dude, you've been like so low on funds. Oh my God. And I kid you not, as soon as we entered into Texas, across Texas state lines, I got a message on Facebook. And no one knew where we were. No one knew where we were headed. But as soon as we crossed into Texas state lines, I got a message on Facebook Messenger from someone I assisted like the year prior. Yeah, we did do it. I assisted them like the year prior, just quickly messaged them. To me, it was no big deal, just sharing information. But I guess what happened was because I shared that information, they actually, they saved their own life. They went to the doctor and prevented something serious. I didn't ask for details. But crossing into Texas state lines, I got a message from that person. Hey, just wanted to let you know I followed the guidance of soul, and I'd been going back and forth for a while, but I finally did it in about a day. There's an apartment just sitting, waiting for your family. And if you want to winter there, the lease is for 6 months. Everything's covered, furniture, utilities, everything. And yeah, seriously. And he got a job in Texas, and we just kind of chilled in a luxury apartment for however many months we were there. But that was a huge, huge leap of faith for me, because it's like, dog, this is like really slim wallet at this point. But everything works out the way it's supposed to. I mean, for her to have signed the lease that day and it was going to be available in 2 days, which in 2 days we would have been in the area that the apartment was at. And she had no idea. I hadn't spoken to her in a long ass time, a very, very long time. She had no idea where we were headed, any of that. So just have faith. Okay. This is more than just like religious concept of faith. This is understanding that you can use faith as a seed. And if you water that faith, it then blossoms into a knowing. You enter a state of gnosis. And it was then I knew no matter what, no matter how I feel, everything will be provided for in perfect time. I don't have to worry about anything ever. And I'm not talking about luxury things. I'm talking about just knowing that whatever is needed, it will be provided for in perfect time. And Jennifer, as long as you're in alignment with what your soul purpose is, that's what happens. It's provided for. Okay? Because me going to Texas, I had to be hidden for a while. My heart was just so broken. I was so devastated at that point in my life. Like, so, it was hard. It was hard. And I just wanted to be hidden away. And it was actually a need of my soul. And it was provided for. I was literally hidden away. And everything worked out exactly as it needed. Everything. It worked out exactly as it needed to be. Exactly. Because that's around the time I started going live. I didn't want to go live, but since we're just kind of hidden away, that was kind of the agreement. I remember before I got the message, I was talking to my higher self, like, look, if you really, really want me to go live, I just need to be hidden away for a little bit. Just give me somewhere to just be quiet and be still. And so it was given, you know? And this was put into action before I even had that conversation with my higher self. So just trust in it, okay? There was something else that you wanted, a bioscan, right? Yes. All right. Let me just check all of those areas. You're surging a lot of energy in the womb space. Um, Also, what you were feeling in the eyes and the crown space, it seems like it reads like it was a major upgrade. Ooh, 555. It seems like you went through a massive morphogenetic upgrade. Massive. And you said it's improved, right? That you're all better now? Um, Michael Inman's asking all the good questions. I'll answer your question as soon as I'm sure Jennifer's better now. Today, much better. Yeah, if you haven't noticed today, my eye is much better too. So I think we probably both went through massive upgrades over the past week, and it's finally done. Ah. So yeah. Ooh, that's awesome. That's awesome. I'm told to tell you no more descriptions, that uh, the details are private. Okay, Jennifer? I'm sure you know what I mean. So, what brought me out from hiding? Um, a month before the lease was up, Michael, Archangel Michael, woke me up from my sleep at like 3 a.m. with sirens, the sound of sirens blaring, literally. It sounded like an evac. No, it's not malicious, hun. It's just an upgrade, a massive one. But yeah, no, he woke me up at what time in the morning, and then the whole day had me freaked out about we need to evac, and then we went and found my RV, which was impounded. Long story, but then he told me I had to go back to Colorado, and my girlfriend who lived in Colorado assured me, wearing bikinis in the middle of winter by her poolside with her kids, that it was not ugly weather. So we went back, and as soon as we crossed Colorado state lines, Archangel Michael broke my brakes. Fucking asshole. So he stranded me. He had me living in a luxury apartment for 5 months, and then he forced me to be homeless for 5 months, living in a parking lot. But he gave my husband a job right away, so we weren't worried about money. But yeah, so it was like, bitch, go live and charge for shit, or you're gonna live in a parking lot for forever. And I was like, fuck you. This shit's like glamping. I don't care. I'm not going live. Fuck you. And then I was like, okay, maybe we will go live. Maybe I'm tired of this fucking parking lot. And it was near the time where I was like, all right, this might be a little too much. What ended up happening was, while we were sleeping in the parking lot, someone got murdered. And we slept real good. And then my husband's freaked out. He's like, I don't want to leave you guys. I'm at work. You're in a parking lot where someone got murdered. And then, so we were like, okay, there's an opening at the RV park. We'll just drive the RV really slow. It's like 40 minutes away. And the day we arrived, there was news. The murderer from 40 minutes south was found just outside of the RV park that we went to. I was like, what the fuck? Was he just following us? Is that what it was? But I was telling my husband, you ain't gotta be scared. That was one of the best nights of sleep we got. Ain't nobody bothered us. Nothing happened. We were perfectly fine. Everything was fine. But it was at that point I was like, okay, maybe I will do some auctions. Maybe I will sell some of my swords. And I mean, within one auction, we had like quadruple what we needed to fix the brakes, and then we were out. You know, just like this. I mean, someone died. Someone died. When I say murder, I mean died. Like they died. I guess there was like an altercation or whatever. Like they sensationalized it on the news. Oh, there's a murder in Walmart parking lot. And then what's funny is after that, we're like, F this RV park. We go to a different Walmart. Yeah. That Walmart, this some lady was found dead in her car. I don't know, natural causes, but no one realized for like 3 days. Oh, God. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. So, yeah, then I was like, I'm out. We're out the whole state. Fix the brakes. We need to get out this place. Yeah. You didn't want to sell I didn't have anything to sell. I didn't have anything to sell. I'm not afraid of death. Everybody dies, yo. Like literally. It's morbid sounding, but everybody dies. We don't get off this planet alive. Everybody dies at some point. And I've lived in like ghettos. I'm from a third world country. You don't get more ghetto than fucking Tondo, Manila. You know what I'm saying? Like Compton, what? They got shit on third world country, okay? I'm just saying, we travel with a firearm. We mind our own business. We don't leave our valuable shit out. No one has any reason to fuck with us. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I've lived in Maryvale, Arizona. Just so y'all know. That's like the Compton of Arizona. I was like, I love this town. It's so quaint. I'm not even joking. I was like, this town is just so cute. Okay, let me focus. It was hood. It was hood. I can't believe you made me live there. I loved it though. I stayed inside. It was no big deal to me. All right, next we have Simi. Hi, Simi. So, answer. Okay, that's all right. Simi, are you here? Oh, she asked for a timestamp. Okay. So 1 hour, 29 minutes. That's 1 hour, 29 minutes for Simi. Oh, does she have multiple? Hold on. Oh, she does. Okay. Yeah. Thank you for letting me know. All right. So 1 hour, 29 minutes. 20. Hi, Simi. Yes, I'll do that as well. Rachel, let me know. Let's go ahead and get your. Okay. Is your husband okay? Has he been feeling okay? Jennifer, yeah, I still make them. It's just life hasn't calmed down, but maybe in the next month, life will have calmed down. And then, you know. Hi, Simi. Has your husband been feeling okay? Health-wise? Okay. Yeah, I'll show you guys a sword. Card number 35, conscious connections. So right now, you guys are kind of not looking at each other. It seems as though he hasn't said anything about himself. Okay. It seems as though you're both focused on other things right now. Um, there's a lot of hurt. I don't know if it's coming from you. No, it is coming from you. You're distracted by two other things. There's a lot of hurt, a lot of hurt, a lot of confusion and denial of things that it's going on within you, Simi. Um, you're gonna have to do some inner work, okay? Um, you're definitely gonna have to do some inner work. I think this hurt is stuff that you've pushed down, things that you didn't want to feel or address, and it's with your husband holding the red umbrella. He's more focused on providing, for the human needs of the family, like working, utilities, expenses, things like that. He's very focused on that, while you're focused on these two that's hurting you. um, there's going to be a shift, though. Card number 6, shock of the new. It seems as though you're going to have to take on a different role. um, and now I'll be honest, immediately I felt like this might have to do with your husband's health. Okay. There might be something going on with his health that he hasn't said. Uh, Not necessarily like some sort of diagnosis, more of symptoms that he's not telling anyone. You have to make sure that you go ahead and encourage him to take care of himself, to get enough rest, to eat proper, not nag him, but just, hey, have you eaten today? Do you want me to get you something to eat? I think he's needing you to baby him. I don't typically encourage babying other people, but I think for this, you might need to baby him a little bit, and just make sure that he's taking care of himself. I don't know what it is, but it could potentially be um, a significant cardiac type of circumstance. Okay. Now, whatever I see, whatever I feel, it's just one potentiality out of an unlimited number of potentialities. If something shifts with even just the amount of sleep he gets or anything like that, you know, that potentiality is then shifted as well. That's what I'm saying. I think maybe not out of fear, but just out of love, out of concern. Make sure that he gets a little bit more rest and eats a little bit more nutritious and isn't as stressed out. Whatever you can do. I don't think you need to bend over backwards, but just a little reminder that he's loved, that he's taken care of, that you value him. And it's not to say that you don't make him feel that way already, but just a little extra. You've been feeling this for a while now. Do you want me to answer your question? Are you sure you want me to answer that? Because I won't withhold it, but do you need to know that? Is it gonna change anything? It definitely, if, major if, okay? If it does occur, it would definitely change the quality of his life and his independence, his level of independence, his level of autonomous living. Um, it would greatly affect it. Is it a fatal cardiac event? I don't think so. I don't think it's a fatal one, but I definitely think it will be a significant one that will shift the balance within your marriage and the way the company is run altogether. So we want to avoid that as much as possible. you know Granted, some things have to happen in our lives. It's a part of the course of the way we learn, the lessons that we came into this life to learn. But if you're able to learn that lesson in a different way, if you select a different option than worst case scenario doesn't have to happen. You know, if you can shift your dynamic with little things like just showing little ways in which you love and care for him, it can shift it enough within his mind, his perception, where that doesn't have to happen. He doesn't have to have a cardiac event, because a cardiac event really has to do with, issues with love, receiving love, giving love, acknowledging love, things like that. So if you can get him to learn, and both of you actually, because this lesson is tied to you as well. If you guys can learn this lesson together, without you telling him, look, we have to learn this together, he's not going to receive it well if you tell him this information. You know that. I know that. But if you can shift it just a little bit, just with loving nudges, even a small nudge can oftentimes skew it enough to completely miss that event. Yeah, I think so. Just loving nudges. You're welcome. And you also got this card number 17, what is already with you. So this level of magic, this level of healing is already within you. You've already witnessed this several times. You've already witnessed your ability to shift the environment you exist within just by working on yourself, making sure your internal energy is calm, one that's loving, one that's nurturing. And you can do this. You can absolutely do this. As a matriarch, you have the power to do this. They say the man is the head of the house, but the woman, the wife, is the neck. Wherever the neck tells the head to turn, that's where the head will turn. He can be the head all he wants, but as the neck, you're the one that's actually in control. Okay? You have to remember this. And you're not wanting to control him. You're wanting to use your placement to help him realize what should be focused on. Not telling him, look here, but just the simple suggestion of shifting his focus into a different direction and allowing him, in a very loving way, allowing him to recognize for himself, oh, okay, I need to do that. That's a very, very powerful thing to be able to do. I think you've already been doing that, but you just haven't been giving yourself enough credit. You don't recognize it for the powerful move that it is. You can definitely shift it. Okay, let me look again what it was that you got. Oh, okay, elemental enhancer and the manifestation. Okay, so Simi, breathe very deep and very slow. Okay. Are you feeling something on your left side? Oh, I love the moderators. Okay, good. I am detecting a very faint, very, very faint residual energy of Lilith. Okay. Have you had interaction? Oh, well, you just came back from a trip, right? It's very faint, so it's already going away, which is supported by, it's already going away. So this is good, okay? This is good. The energy is leaving you, but there is a faint kind of residual on the left side of your shield. Okay. So breathe very deep and very slow. You might feel a little bit tingly, okay? It's okay if you had interaction, you kind of have no choice with that, you know? You kind of have no choice with that. Did you know the watchmen of old were actually the fallen angels? I find it funny that your screen name is Watchman on the Wall, and you would speak of that. By your name selection, you identify yourself as demonic. Just something to think about. You might want to change your screen name to something a little more benign. It was a message to repent. And the work that I do is demonic. Because when you remove control out of the hands of religion and churches, it's blasphemy, it's demonic. It's exactly the same work that Jesus was doing, removing the control from the hands of the Pharisees. I'm very well versed in Jesus and his life. There's a reason I was born and raised devoutly Catholic. I had to know what it was I was going up against. There are no scriptures that will derail me. The work I do is in full alignment with the work that Jesus did. Self-empowerment, self-love, reconnection to divinity. Next is Jessica Barr. Enhance me, please. I love your message. All right, Jessica. Let's see. Yeah, look up the Watchers. They're the demonic angels that actually had sex with the women. They went and pillaged villages. So Watchmen on the Wall. That's one hell of an identifier. I'm just saying. All right. So Jessica. Yep. Creating the Nephilim, the giants. And teach that in Christian school, did they? All right. Humanity couldn't feed them. They actually ingested humans. So, yeah. Remember Fee Fi Fo Fum? That was a Nephilim. It wasn't just a story. Fee Fi Fo Fum. Oh my God, y'all. Okay, let me focus. You might begin to get very dizzy. You might also feel very, very warm sensations, the base of your skull, back of your neck, also in your belly. Temples, eyes, throat, heart. So we went ahead and did the enhancer and a clearing, okay? Um, let's see. All right. So I did do the enhancement and a little bit of a clearing. It's just finishing up right now. Just observing still. You feel the tornado. It's funny. I look outside as you say, like, is it coming? Oh my God. While I'm observing your field, Jessica, I just wanted to share this with you guys. I had done a live stream. I should probably upload it here on YouTube as well. I did a live stream on Facebook with a good friend of mine, Gerard. And I had asked him, he's extremely intelligent. And I had asked him, what is your stance on pro-life and pro-choice? What do you think it was that Jesus wanted? And he began with this really just profound freaking thought, like, whoa, holy shit. Because he said, abortion existed even in the time of Jesus. What did Jesus do? Nothing. He was neither pro-life nor pro-choice. He was pro-love. He didn't debate. He didn't argue. He didn't try and force anyone to agree with him. He just found people that needed to be loved. And that's what he did. He loved on them. He helped in whatever way he could. And I was like, wow, that's so true. That is so true. Just something to think about, guys. Definitely just something to think about. So if you're very, religious and very vocal about your religious beliefs, and you happen to be a devout follower of Jesus and his teachings, did Jesus force anyone to agree with his beliefs? No, he didn't. He just went around and shared what he personally believed. And if you agreed, if it resonated, he invited you to follow him. And most people weren't even invited after a certain point. They just followed. They followed because it resonated as truth. So just think on that. When people try and force you to agree with their beliefs or you're going to burn in hell, is that what Jesus did? Exactly, CJK. WWJD. What would Jesus do? All right, Elizabeth Cepeda. Elizabeth, are you here? Oh, I'm sorry. That's the wrong person. Nicole Plant, are you here? Next person, Nicole Plant. Hi, Nicole's here. All right. So breathe very deep and very slow. You have a lot of light coat around your head. Have you been feeling tingly, weird sensations above your head? Hi, Carrie. Thank you, Gabby. Nicole, have you been feeling like weird tingly stuff on your head? Maybe she has lag. So you have a lot of light code around the top of light code it's kind of like an energy frequency, and the patterning of this frequency carries with it coding that helps to enhance your morphogenetic template. So if you're not already experiencing what feels like ascension symptoms, you might be very soon, okay? This manifestation, got the amplifier, right? Yeah, the amplifier. Together with that light code, it's gonna accelerate this process, okay? So you might experience flu-like symptoms over the next 7 to 10 days. And the light code, it's not anything nefarious. It's not anything malicious. It's just a large packet of information. It's kind of like an operating system update, an OS update. You're downloading that. Okay. So I've already gone ahead and done the amplification. It's going to be very accelerated. Okay. This whole process for you. So maybe even in the next 3 days, you might begin flu-like symptoms. And that lasts for 7 to 10 days on average. All right. So just if you're not supplementing with raw apple cider vinegar, it might be a good time to look up how to supplement with raw apple cider vinegar, because then that will really get your body into a pH level that will make it easier to take in this light code. All right. I hope that helps. Man, accelerated ascension cycles can be intense, like intense. All right, let us see. Next we got Ebony. Ebony Johnson. So manifestation. Galactic shield. Ebony, are you here? Hi, Joyce. Ooh. You know what? I think it's oh, thank you, Nicole. Have a lovely day too. It's probably, is it morning time there? Hold on 1 second. Ebony, I think whenever your energy comes around, I be getting super sleepy. It's like right before you wrote hey. Oh my gosh, I yawned so big. All right. Okay, so guys, I've gone ahead and closed off the link, okay? So Ebony wanted the amplifier. So breathe very deep and very slow. That's why I picked up my phone. For some music. Boom, 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 boom. All right. How do you feel? Christine, yes, you are. You're definitely on the list. Birth control. Honestly, if it's hormonal in any way, shape, or form, and even tying your tubes affects your hormonal balance, I believe it's part of an epigenetic program. Yeah, unfortunately. So, Ebony, you know what? She might have had to go take care of her babies. You guys are still wanting that playlist? All right. Well, um, I'll just look for her comment when she comments again. All right, Deb Lashbrook. Bios again. Okay. 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 I'll check for all of that. Okay, Deb. Let's see. Oh, yeah. I knew you were chasing the baby. So, Ebony, I went ahead and completed yours. Um, you have a little bit of a blockage in your sacral chakra. I didn't scan the sacral, but suddenly your higher self told me to let you know. You have a little bit of a blockage in your sacral chakra. I don't know if it's affecting your period or if you have an IUD in place. Do you have? I'm sorry if this is TMI. I don't want to be all up in your space, private space, but the higher self, if you do have an IUD, it's not compatible with your body. Okay. Even if it's just if Marina has the thing, whatever it's called, that's just the implant, no hormones, even that is not compatible. So definitely take that into consideration. Okay. I don't want any intense symptoms to begin. You were considering it, don't do it. Don't, yeah, don't do an IUD. That's probably why your higher self just randomly was like, tell her about her uterus. I was like, she didn't ask me to look at her uterus. Yeah. So don't do it. You're probably gonna be like me. My body rejects it. I TMI. TMI. Bottom line, I almost die every time I try. So yeah. Okay. Yeah. Oh, thank you, Billy Garcia. I'm a Garcia too. We're probably cousins. So, Deb, let's go ahead and get to you. I don't know why it's so catty right now. Let me check you, Deb. Okay. Yeah. Let's go ahead and look, Deb. Detox. It's detox, Deb. I don't see anything parasitic, but I do see like particles in the bloodstream being processed. It's a shit ton of detox. I'm a little bit concerned. I'm definitely a little bit concerned. If it gets worse, um, please get checked by the doctor. Okay, this looks like a lot of detox. Yeah, yeah. Um, take it as slow as you can. I think it's because there was just so much built up over the lifetime that it's just a lot, period. So slow is definitely how we need to go. Okay. I don't detect anything attempting on you. I don't detect any um, interference either. I'm just going through all your systems. Is your gallbladder feeling better? It seems like there's a lot of movement. Like you didn't have actual stones, right? It was just um, sludgy. It looks like a lot of the sludgy stuff is en route to be cleared. So, yeah, it looks like you got good stuff, girl. Where are you from, Billy? Where are you from? That you think I sound British. Okay, I'm not going to focus on you. I can get real mean. So let me just stop that right there. Kayla. Oh, you guys. I just remembered because I saw Kayla's name. I have a retreat. I have a retreat near the end of September. There's a few slots left. If you'd like to be a part of the retreat, please do check out my website. I believe it's on the homepage. This retreat is going to be focused on really amping your potentiality, helping you to understand how to do that self-love journey, the self-care. I'm going to be sharing all the ways in which I care for myself as I do energetic work, because let's face it, I work 7 days a week, usually over like 12, 13 hours a day. And I have to be able to take care of myself or I won't be able to do this work. And so over the years, I've come up with a whole bunch of different ways. Most of it is very natural, ways to take care of myself and take care of my skin and all of that. So it's going to be amazing. It's definitely going to be amazing, as well as energy work. We're going to be doing that too. So Kayla, we're going to do the manifestation amplifier. All right. Kayla says, hello, are you here? Let's see. Okay. Do I sound British? And the US, you're from the Bible Belt. Are you from the Bible Belt? Don't be a jerk, girl. Don't be a jerk. Don't be rude to people. The hell's your issue, Emmy? This off. I think the Bluetooth shit is radiating my head. I'm from the same country as you, bro. This is called a California accent. I'm Oaklandish, motherfucker. Is that better? Okay, stop, girl. Stop being rude to people. Let me just. Woo, I'm starting to sweat. Kayla, is Kayla here? Is Kayla here? Let me just wait. Okay, is Kayla here? For real? You sound British. Just, oh my god, it's just what the fuck is wrong today? Okay, so let's just do this then. Kayla, we will unmark, and if she pops up, Rachel, could you let me know, or any of the moderators, or if I see her? All right. Oh, Catherine Garland. Catherine, are you still here? Why do I sound British? Because Billy, you got corn growing out your ears. That's why. That's why I sound British. Okay, she's here. I sound so far from British. I don't know if damn, poor Billy, cousin, cuz. Cut it. You got cut out. Okay, Catherine. Ooh. You feel this sparkling. It's starting to sparkle. Yeah. He's out. Yeah. I don't know. That's just odd. That's just odd. Catherine, how do you feel? Looks like we made it. Look how far we come, my baby. Glad we didn't listen. Look at what we would be missing. They say, I bet. All right, Christine Hassan. First scan. Okay, for both. And okay. So, Christine, are both you and Anthony here? Okay. Let's go ahead and see. I'm going to start with you, Christine. Is he sitting to the left of you? They said, I bet. Okay, you have a massive surge of energy to the left shoulder. I'm just trying to discern what this is. Have you been feeling fullness in your left ear? It doesn't feel parasitic or nefarious, but it's like right here. Usually the mentor sits on the right shoulder. I'm thinking your mentor sits on your left. Now, if you remember from some of the exercises, you've been feeling warmth through your ears. It hasn't been worrying you, that the warmth is just a sensation that you feel. Okay, perfect. I do feel like it's your mentor. The mentor is a fractal of your higher consciousness that is connected to your conscious mind and is actively guiding you. It feels like you're getting active guidance. Your intuition is fully turned on, fully turned on. I see an expansion in your heart space. Um, did you develop a new understanding of that company circumstance? Yeah, you feel super attuned, like very connected on such a high level, very, very connected. And honestly, it feels as though um, Anthony's getting some of the like, I guess, the benefits from that. I guess you could say that. Is that well, it's affecting him too. It's definitely helping him to develop his own understanding of, you know, his place in the world and all of that. Um, Let me see if there's anything else around you. You're just like glowing so beautifully, beautifully. It reminds me of that one painting. Um, what is it called? I think it's by Picasso. No, no, it's not. Um, I have to show it to you. Hold on. It's a very famous painting. It's like she has stars in her hair. I'm not gonna find this shit. Who am I kidding? I cannot remember who it was painted by. It looks similar. Well, it doesn't even look similar to this. It's kind of like, can you see that? But all of the white flecks are gold. Like you're just totally glowing gold everywhere. It's so beautiful. I'm gonna go crazy trying to remember who the hell painted that. don't remember who painted that. You glow like this, but brighter, more golden, like beautifully. Yeah, Cosmos in her hair, and there's like a lot of tealish colors, I believe, and gold and stuff. But okay, let me see if there's anything else. Your Shakti energy is supercharging. It's not at full capacity yet. It's still within the holding chamber in your sacrum, but it's supercharging. You're about to manifest something profound. Are you about to start a business project? Yeah, you know, your Shakti is supercharging. It's like sparking. That's where you're getting your glow from. Whoa, everything just disappeared for a second. Um, you have an idea that you want to pursue. You're generating the charge to make that idea come to fruition and be very, very successful. If it's something that is business oriented, there's the potentiality, an increased potentiality of that becoming extremely lucrative. So go for it. Go for it. Definitely. Even if it doesn't become lucrative, it's definitely going to give you a lot of learning opportunities, and it might just be used as a stepping stone to take your other business to a higher level. So yeah, you're generating so much. Can you like can I have some of that charge? So yeah, no, it's amazing. You have a lot of good things heading your way. Let me scan Anthony. This is beautiful how balanced the two of you are. Anthony, are you feeling kind of heavy lately? Like almost weighed down, but not? Like there's not really something in particular that you're stressing about. You're acting as her anchor. This is so freaking beautiful. I want to cry. I'm not even joking. Like you're allowing yourself to get real dark and real heavy to balance out how light and light she is. Because she has you as the anchor, whatever you two work on, it's going to become very successful. Very, very, and this is not like something you're sacrificing. It is a heavy burden, but it creates a balance between the two of you that is just such a dynamic thing. This is beautiful. One of the things you have to be careful of, though, I do see that your belly, it's gotten better, but it still has a little bit of swelling. And on top of that, it seems like you've taken in some emotion. I don't know if she recently went through something, excuse me, and or like had her feelings hurt and you got real upset and protective, which I mean, the kind of love that the two of you share, that's absolutely normal and expected, but you internalized it. That's what it's looking like. Did something happen that made you feel extra protective of her? Awesome, Fuad. Do I look like I listen to Polish songs? I don't even know what's going on. Maybe from the incident. It doesn't look super current, or yeah, super current. It could be from that. Allow yourself to release that, okay? She's very, very intuitive. You know she's badass, just as badass as you are. You guys are very, very in tune with each other, with all the things that's going on around you guys. You guys have such a beautiful and very, very powerful balance between the two of you. So make sure you don't internalize, because if you do, if you allow it to really affect you, like whatever she goes through, it will make you physically ill. And then that's going to affect her and cause her energy to plummet. And if it plummets, she's the one that kind of is being used as an umbrella to shield the both of you from parasitic attacks. So you guys are equally strong. Have I told you guys that you're twins? I don't know if I ever spilled the beans on that. If I didn't, I've just spilled the beans. I've tooted that out. You guys are a twin pair. I try and stay out of people's business, but I mean, it's kind of just obvious. It's kind of just obvious. You guys are a bonded twin ray pair. And that's why it's such a powerful thing that you have. It will attract quite a few ugly things, but they don't stand a chance. You guys have too much balance. It's only when you're off balance that they can gain some kind of foothold and cause problems for the two of you. But as long as the two of you are balanced, if you allow yourself to just be who you are, and her be who she is, which you guys are good at that, you have balance naturally. Okay? So, and this doesn't mean you have to always feel heavy. Okay? But you guys are entering another phase of your journey together, and you're needing to be a little bit heavier right now because she's a little bit higher, a little bit lighter, and so she needs extra grounding. But that elevation definitely is going to take both of you to a whole nother place. It takes both of you. It can't just be one. It has to be both of you. You both have to be on board with projects and whatnot. You don't both have to be involved, but energetically speaking, like when you guys talk about it, you both have to be in agreement. Like, yeah, no, this feels right for both of us. Because if it doesn't, question that the project might be being used as a way to infiltrate into your space. Yeah, no, you guys are. This new chapter is a huge chapter. Huge chapter. And especially Christine, with you getting the direct guidance, it's like your soul is a freaking entrepreneur. It knows what to do. It knows how to work the system to create the biggest impact. All you got to do is listen, and your soul will tell you how to enter a scene and just dominate the whole industry, which is what's needed, because the kind of energy that you have, that you infuse into that industry, it's a very healing one. The both of you together, it's a very healing energy. And that's why you're allowed to dominate industries upon entry, basically. You know, people with that type of energy, you have to be at the upper echelon because it's a trickle down effect. You're not greedy. You know what I mean? You can't be someone that's greedy at the top, because then they hold all the energy. But when someone like the two of you are at the top, it trickles down and you want everyone else to succeed. So it heals the whole industry. And that's why you guys are going to the top. Absolutely. You're going to the top. Yeah. Let me, there was another thing you guys had too. Oh, there. I was like, your order disappeared. A Claire Tarot reading. Okay, that's right. Okay, let's see. Yeah, and if you guys want to share what your business is, so if anyone that's here right now wants to check you out, or if they're from the area, that'd be awesome. Absolutely be awesome. All right, let's get you guys apart. Ooh. Mm-hmm. There you go. Basically, it's a reiteration of everything that I said. Card number 19, dream a beautiful dream. That That's basically a twin pair at the top, and all of your energy, your divine healing energy, it trickles down all the way through. In everything that you do, it trickles all the way through. So just keep that in mind. Always dream for something bigger than you could possibly think you could ever achieve, because that's what's going to happen. Okay. You're going to bring that to fruition. So don't limit yourself. Of course, you have to start somewhere. Of course, there are limits to budgets and whatnot, but that's not the dream. Those are the steps to bring the dream to fruition. Okay. So definitely dream a beautiful dream. You're going to head to the very top of whatever industry you go into. And I don't know if this is also something that you're considering, or if this is what your project is. Does it have to do with fashion? Because it feels like you're going to be entering the fashion scene as well and making quite a splash. Is it? Girl, you saucy. I'm serious. It feels like fashion. Card number 16, what you want wants you. Yeah. I didn't want to say jewelry, but yeah, it starts with jewelry and then other accessories, and then not long before it becomes a full-blown line with clothing and everything. That's what I see. Card number 16, what you want wants you. So there you are, using your personal power and you pearls of wisdom to go all the way up to the very top. Okay. And this is not out of greed. It's because you belong at the top. At the top is where you're most visible. And you're not heading to the top because you're better than everyone. You're heading to the top because people need to see and remember what it means to live in a heart-centered way. And you live in a very heart-centered way. And that's why you need to be seen. Both of you have to be very visible. And that's why you're going to the very top, whatever industry you go into. But the only thing, again, that balance. Card number 40, Sacred Fool. Nothing can play you like a puppet but yourself. So you have to make sure that you kind of just keep yourself in check. Like if emotions are getting a little bit out of hand, if you're overworking, because that's one of the things is that I don't know if it's Anthony or Christine. Honestly, I think it's both of you, where you can get so fixated on getting a project done that everything else kind of just gets pushed to the side, and you don't take care of yourself. You don't get enough sleep, and you just push because deadlines, because obligation, because this and that. If you wear yourself out too thin for too long, that's how something can gain entry. Okay. Yeah. It's at that burnout, you can be more easily accessed, and you don't want to be accessed. Okay. It's important that you're always aware of anything trying to do that. So when you get, and it's not avoidable either, because when you're owning your own business, launching your own business, whatever it is, you have no choice. You have to work. Things have to get done. But when you recognize it's becoming too much, you have to take the day off. Okay, you have to make it a point. You know what? It's going to have to wait. It's going to have to wait a day, or even just a few hours. Go out and enjoy a nice meal together, or take a nap, whatever it is. If you're tired, take a nap. If you're hungry and exhausted, have a nice meal. Really enjoy it. Savor that meal. And really just decompress. It's important to continuously decompress, is basically what's being said to me. Okay. But you guys have a lot of energy, a lot of manifestation that's about to head your way. Definitely going to be an exciting end of 2019 for you guys. Definitely. So, let's see. For those who are wanting to purchase expedites, I've already closed the link. I'm so sorry. I want to be able to make sure that everyone gets my full attention, and I'm not like Oh, I have one more. You know what I mean? I really value your support and your time. So I've closed the link, but I will go live again tomorrow. Um, I usually have the link available maybe an hour or so before I actually go live. And so you can purchase a lot sooner and be a lot higher on the list. I go by the order the order is received. The order the expedite is received, if that makes sense. You're welcome, Passion Living LA. So let's see. Kayla, are you here? You're welcome, Isabel. And tomorrow I plan to go live at 3:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So let's see. All right, Kayla's not here. Cheryl Walker for a bioscan. Ooh. Okay. Absolutely. Cheryl, are you here? Okay, she's here. John Wolf, my forehead has always been this massive since birth. It's because I have a lot of brain, unlike you. You know? It's okay though. It's okay. I won't hold that against you. All right, Cheryl. It's not a forehead either. It's a 5 head. 5. Enough to slap you with. Just like that. Cheryl. There's a lot of gunk in your field. It's on the outside though. It's like it's been being vacuumed out, so it's on the very outside. I definitely feel like it's on the way to being resolved. Let me check deeper core level to make sure all of that is clear as well. But it looks like everything has been being pulled out. Okay, so let's see. Have you been feeling anything in your low belly? Yeah, if people think that I would be ashamed of my forehead, I also have an old lady waddle, you know? Like, my arms wobble, my boobs are saggy. Like, get out of here. Yeah, I have no shame of anything about me. Not really. I detect something in the low belly. It's almost like it's scrunched like this, trying to avoid being detected. It's gross. It looks almost like a disfigured puppy embryo. Like an orc from Lord of the Rings. If it was like just, I guess, I don't know, freshly born. Are they born? I think they're elves, right? That were mutilated. I don't know. It's not good, girl. It's not good. I'm asking your higher self if I can remove this. Um, whoa. She says no. This is a task for you. I will show you. So it kind of looks like that. I guess like if it was full grown, its face definitely has that kind of like disfigured puppy. Yeah. Lovely. Um, so your higher self says that's something that you're going to have to remove. Um, I feel like you're capable of it. I absolutely feel like you're capable of it, Cheryl. Let's see. Anything else? You have a spear in between your shoulder blades, um, about an inch and a half below where your neck ends. Um, she says yes. I don't know where you think it came from, but she says yes. Okay. So apparently there was another um, forked looking thing. It poked me. So that one's removed. Sorry to your higher self if it wanted you to remove it. I removed that one. It touched me, so I removed it. But you do still have the one in the belly that you could practice on. um, I don't know if you were planning to use the dragons to assist. Higher self says no dragons. Keep the dragons out of it. Okay. Um, what else? So the spear in your back, do you have back pain in that area? Not anything severe, just a mild discomfort. I see a lot of sedation around the actual, like, I guess, spear blade. Lower neck. I think the bulging disc is because the spear is displacing too much energy and it's entering the density of flesh. Cheryl, you have to extract that spear. Your higher self says you have to be the one to extract that spear. It doesn't want me touching the spear. And it doesn't want you to use the dragons, any dragons at all. Um, I think it has more to do with using this opportunity for you to practice old skills, okay? To get those skills back up to par. Um, I think it is like a test. And of course, our higher selves know each other. If you need assistance, call mine in, okay? Um, yeah, it feels like a pretty intense test. Um, be very thorough, burn everything, okay? From the inside out, burn everything. Yeah, you did let your guard down. Um, it's not necessarily your fault, but this is definitely a learning experience. You let your guard down for someone who they had intentions, I guess. I don't know. I'm not being given too much detail. Your higher self is very private today. Where's your dragon? Like I can feel him, but he's hiding. Is he okay? It's almost like he's afraid. Yeah. Apparently there's a certain whistle. Uh he had told me about a whistle and that if I used it, he'd always come and it's like he pops his head out and then he goes and hides again. He's like, uh-uh. Okay. As long as you know he's fine, I'll stop trying to get him to come out. Okay. I know you can do this, Cheryl. I know you can do this, okay? All right, next we have Nancy Cadena. Nancy, are you here? So bioscan. And also, okay. Okay, for Blake escape. Okay. Have a great night, Cheryl. Okay. Yes, one is for Blake. So Blake, or Alexa, do you want me to do your scan first, or do you want me to go ahead and do Blake's activation? Hi, Kasha. Yes, for your scan first. Okay, perfect. Is there anything in particular that you want me to scan for, or just a general scan? Bilal, are they problems or are they opportunities to learn? So, Alexa, um, attachments, okay. Immediately, very low belly, outside of left hip, like outside, wrapping around to the back, just above the sacrum, also left sciatic nerve. Left hip joint. Both your kidneys, but primarily the right one, um, right adrenal gland. Several along the lower and bottom portion of your left um, shoulder blade. Right here, just below where your neck ends, just right of spine. Base of skull, near your hairline, right where your spine would attach. Behind and slightly below the left ear, in this area. Your left inner ear, parietal lobe, temporal lobe, Wernicke's area. Right jaw, jaw hinge. Beneath your tongue, top of throat, thyroid, right side of larynx. Multiple latchings in the heart space. Left armpit. Beneath the left breast, like beneath the breast itself, slightly towards the bottom of the breast. You might have nodes Do you have any lumps in that in the left breast? Um, if you haven't done a self-exam lately and check the armpit too, it might be a good idea for you to um, check, okay? Because that latching, it's impinging on the lymph nodes and it's causing a collection of the lymph fluids and other stuff, okay? Is it cancer? I don't think so. But if you find lumps, you absolutely have to go to the doctor to get it checked. I don't think it's cancer though. I think it's a collection in the lymph nodes itself, a swelling. Um, you have quite a few latchings. Definitely need to consider a parasitic extraction. Okay. I don't feel like it's anything that can't be resolved in one session, but this seems like it's been with you for a lifetime, like pretty much your whole life. Um, I want to say maybe around the end of your second year, 3 years old, around then, that's when they first began coming in. You have a very bright light, and I don't know if you just had a very oppressive type of environment as a child, but it really it did a number on your sense of self. You were a very unique, very quirky child, and I don't know if maybe I don't necessarily feel like it was like excessive abuse or anything like that. More of like, no, children are to be seen and not heard, like a strict sort of environment. And it really affected your inner self, especially the inner child. Um, Look into doing um, inner work, um, self love, inner child work, shadow work. Those types of work, no one else can provide a service for that. Anyone who tells you they can provide a service to correct those things is lying. Don't believe them. I can't do that for you. No one else can do that for you. That's all internal work. But doing those things, the work that's involved with those things that I mentioned, it will release much of that trauma and weight that you've held for your whole life. You still have this bright light within you. It's just being consumed by parasitic latchings because you don't know any better yet. Emphasis on yet. You don't know your light yet, but you will. You absolutely will. And it's not going to take you a long time. You're going to be processing the wounds for probably the rest of your life. You're going to be questioning and exploring parts of your own psyche, but reclaiming your light, that's not going to take you long. You're that powerful. It's not going to take you long at all. But you do need some assistance with removing the amount of parasites that you have. Um, you can find that on my website, meevolving.com. Okay. So let me just, there's one that's really aggressive. Shh. All right. I've sedated them. They shouldn't be able to do much more of anything else. Really, the only thing that can move are their eyeballs at this point. So they might try and affect your mood. You might be a little bit more moody, but you know, they can't really do anything outside of that, manipulating you through emotions. Okay. So just be mindful of your emotions and your thoughts. If it's something, if you're suddenly pissed off out of nowhere, ask yourself, where is this coming from? Is this even mine? And be very matter of fact about it. It's even mine. You don't have to be afraid. You've dealt with this your whole life. You know what I mean? They couldn't break you as a child. They're definitely not going to break you now. So just keep that in mind. They couldn't do it to you as a child, a helpless child. They can't do it now. Okay. So, Blake, you here, Blake? Um, Emmy is finishing purchase. Huh? Oh, purchase. I'm like, what am I buying? Oh my God, don't tell Frey. All right, Blake. So please make sure you're seated and just breathe very deep and very slow, okay? I'm going to realign all your chakras. This is going to be done simultaneously. You might feel a sudden head rush, as well as a sensation of your whole body expanding in all directions, okay? Beautiful. I'm going to enter through your forehead. You might feel some mild pressure and almost like a tapping sensation. And then you might feel the sensation of your cranial space expanding, like in the inside, like everything expanding. Okay. Breathe. You might feel some mild ice fire, the base of your skull, top of your neck, down your spine, tingling starting at the tip of your tailbone. Sensation of ice fire wrapping around your spine as it climbs back up to your pineal. Okay. Just breathe very deep. How do you feel, Blake? Hi, Marcos. We will get a timestamp for you. I'm not sure what you're. Okay, I see. You only have one more person in front of you, Marcos. It's a lot of energy that I just run through your entire field. So you might feel hyper. Don't get up though, okay? Make sure you stay seated for a little bit longer. You might feel really dizzy when you get up, okay? So you might experience energetic detox. That tends to happen the following day. So you'll feel amazing for the rest of the day. The following day, you'll wake up and you'll be like, what did she effing do to me? It'll feel like I beat you up. So you might feel flu-like symptoms with no fever. You might be emotionally raw, and you might also experience a good amount of physical soreness and tenderness. Okay. Headaches are also not super bad headaches, but just mild headaches might be something you experience over the next couple of days. Um, oh yes, Kayla. Okay. Okay. Thank you for reminding me, Jessica. So yeah, like this morning. I'm sorry that happened this morning. But energetic detox lasts between 7 to 10 days on average. Okay. So you definitely have a very interesting 7 to 10 days ahead of you. All right. Kayla, are you here? All right. You're welcome. So, Kayla, thank you so much for being so patient. I'm sorry I kept moving on to someone else. I got the brain of a squirrel. I do have a squirrely brain. It's okay though. So let's see. Manifestation amplifier. All right, so breathe deep and slow. Oh, do you feel anything behind you? That that is archive. For some reason, I guess he knows you, and he just gave you a hug from the back. I don't know why from the back, but he went behind you and he just gave you a hug. That was sweet. He doesn't like most people. Doesn't like. Okay, so what the hell was that? We know each other. I was like, well, excuse me. Okay, totally not jealous. It was just weird. Like he doesn't go around hugging people. So there you go, girl. You must be special. Okay. You feel okay though? That was a nice feeling, for sure. That was a nice feeling. Just like a calm. Oh no. Hmm. Condo sale fell through. I said some fuckery was coming. Well, does it help you to know that there will be another offer very soon? Like quick succession? No, that because right when I read that, immediately there'll be another one. Oh, thank you, Kasia. All right. So next is um, Lily Sanchez. I'm sorry, I said your name in my head. Lily Sanchez. Um, so um, there we go. Okay. Scan. Okay. Okay. Um, so really quick, I want to address your bioscan concerns, and then I'll do the Claire Tarot reading, and then I'll do the amplifier. Okay, Lily. Well, actually, Lily, are you here? You're welcome, Kayla. You guys can see it, like around here. Sometimes people think that I've dyed my hair purple or blue. Just too much energy. Let's see. Lily, are you here? Thank you, guys. Okay, maybe Lily's not here. So let me go ahead and hold off on that. Marcos, Perez, he wanted a timestamp for. Aww. Marcos. For your comment, I'm going to go ahead and do a DNA activation for you, okay? So let's see. Oh, okay, Lily's here. Let me go ahead and just do Marcos really quick. Is your connection stable, Lily? Is it just the commenting that you're having a hard time with? Oh, Marcos is here too. Hi, Lily. Let me do Marcos really quick, and I'll get with you. I'm gonna go ahead and open up Facebook, Lily, so that if you can't, hold on. Please message me on my business page on Facebook. So that way, oh, there, you did message. All right. All right, here we go. So Lily, if you can't comment on YouTube when I begin yours, just message me there, okay? So Marcos, no, don't be sorry, it's okay. All right, Marcos, breathe very deep and very slow. You have latchings. Marcos, do I have your permission to remove the latchings? Am I? Oh, okay, it's not my connection. Okay. Marcos, are you still here? Okay. So Marcos, I won't, something happened. You have parasitic latchings. It's trying to prevent you from finding out. Okay, I think that means he can't stay and watch. I'm asking your higher self for permission. All right, Rachel, 3 hours, 33 seconds. I'm extracting. I'm scanning you. Right, I have to scan the audience to make sure everyone is clear and that there is no damage. All right, all auric shield damage that's been detected. I'm undoing everything that happened due to my detonations, okay? If you're sensitive to energy and I'm correcting any damage that came from me doing this work, you might feel tingles and you might get a little dizzy. All right. You guys okay? Is everyone okay? Um, 60 Pisces partner issues. You might want to stay away from Pisces if that's what's going on. Yeah. Once you piss a Pisces off, they're ruthless. And I know this because I'm a Pisces and it takes a lot. Oh, you are the Pisces. Okay. I was going to say, you might want to stay away from Pisces. I don't have any advice outside of once you piss a Pisces off, leave it alone. That's general advice. So, Marcos, I went ahead and I extracted everything. Okay, so the timestamp is 3 hours, 33 seconds. So, I extracted everything. I wasn't able to do the DNA activation due to all of the latchings, but you at least got a scan and a parasitic extraction. Okay. Um, yeah, a lot of us are Pisces here. We can all form a gang and take care of this for you. No, I'm joking. No, no, no gangs are going to be formed. Okay, no gangs. So Lily, yes. So the manifestation, the Claire Tarot, and then the bio scan. This one I wanted to talk about first, Lily. So what I'm detecting, um, it's almost as though it almost reads like an autoimmune condition, but I know it's probably not. This has to do with you attacking yourself. Um, are you talking really harsh to yourself? Do you like beat yourself up? You know, these little conversations that you have. Sometimes when you do that, is it very, very harsh? Do you find yourself crying? Yeah, no, girl. Those sometimes are so harsh, you're making your body attack itself, the joints and everything. And then you have a little bit of I wouldn't necessarily say you have a parasitic circumstance in your auric field. I didn't detect an actual latching, but they're right outside of your field. And I don't know if you've noticed the way you've been eating. Has your eating kind of declined? Because it's this feeling that I get that how would I like you're being encouraged to eat foods that you're reactive to. Not just eating junk, but specifically foods that you're reactive to that will cause an inflammatory response. These are foods that you are intolerant of. Yeah, it's a parasitic thing doing this to you. Um, when when you go through this type of circumstance, I can't exactly do much because it's not in your field. You know, um, I mean, it would have to be more than just suggesting what it's suggesting for me to go after it. So I don't think encouraging you to get a parasitic extraction is the best thing to do. I think you're going to have to really begin flexing on this thing, like really just showing your dominance. When you find yourself talking to yourself very harshly, no, stop it. Nope, just stop. And you'll find that even when you tell yourself that, you're still like, okay, but one more thing. No, just stop. Okay. You have to begin taking control of your thought process. Some of the most empowering things you can do is who are you? Why do you keep talking? I don't have to listen to you. You know, just simple statements like that said with like no emotion, like because when you feel emotion, then that means you care. You know, that means they can trigger you. Then they found a way to control you. If you don't show emotion, that doesn't you have to have a really good poker face basically. If you don't show emotion, then they have to figure out another way. So it would be good if you change your diet. Um, Sugar is the most addictive stuff ever. Like it's more addictive than hardcore drugs. Okay. That's like I'm being absolutely serious. There has been studies that have shown something along those lines, but it's very addictive. Um, you have to modify your diet because you're getting to the point where you're at the cusp of actually developing an autoimmune condition, a full-blown autoimmune condition. And once you get that, there's really no going back. You know, it's something you're going to have to figure out how to manage for the rest of your life. You don't want to go to that point. Every moment. That's your higher self, Lily. I got goosebumps reading that. That's your higher self talking to you. Listen to her. Okay? Your higher self's not judging you. Your higher self's not condemning you. Everything that is horrible that happens to you, those are just learning opportunities. Okay? Those are things that have to happen for you to learn at the level you need to learn. That's all it is. So, you're going to have to shift a few coping mechanisms that you have. You're not broken, there's nothing wrong with you, but we're going to have to relearn coping mechanisms, ones that aren't so um, good at manifesting autoimmune conditions. Okay, so you have to address the leaky gut because you do have leaky gut. You also have to address the internal self talk. You have to do inner child work. because I hear that some of the things you say to yourself, and it's harsh, but it shouldn't like fully destroy you the way it's kind of appearing. It's the inner child though that's getting really affected. I have a meditation here on YouTube. If you look through old videos from my channel, you'll find inner child healing meditation. That's a guided meditation. All you have to do is just listen to it. Just lay down and listen to it. And it will greatly help you begin that inner child work. Okay? So these are some really important key components. I don't want you getting any kind of autoimmune condition. I don't feel like a parasitic extraction is something that's going to be worth your while at this point. Um, I'm trying to think, is there anything aside from the self work and the diet? Um, Really, that's all you need. I don't feel like you need any kind of energetic session right now. Um, are you considering an Akashic reading? Your higher self just mentioned an Akashic reading and to advise you not to. Okay. Um, if that pops in your head, maybe your higher self is trying to beat the parasite to a punch. Okay. Um, don't go for it. Don't do the Akashic reading. I don't know if you might be encouraged um, to go to someone who is questionable in practice and energy. I don't know, but your higher self says tell her not to. So kind of just keep that in mind, okay? Aw, thank you, Fuad. All right, let's get you some cards for your questions. Let's see. Ah. So right now, all of the things that you mentioned, it's a trickle down effect. You, of course, are at the top of this creation. You have a co created reality that you exist within. You co create that reality with all of the people that are a part of your life. Now, if you're focused on the negative, whether you verbalize it or not, it, it links to everything else. So everything from that point on, kind of like dominoes, it becomes tinged with a negative version of that manifestation, that thought form. So you have to make sure you shift the way you see things. Okay. We're not trying to change who you are, only how you word it. Okay. The universe, it doesn't it doesn't deal with negatives, meaning it's not going to recognize when you say, I don't want to get bitten by a dog. It's just going to hear bitten by a dog. That's all it's registering. Oh, okay, let me get a dog to bite you. See what I'm saying? So instead of the universe helping you to manifest a life of never being bit by a dog, you're focusing so much on that one negative thing that you want to avoid. And that's what's ending up being manifested. So that's kind of what's going on for you right now. Everything that you need is already within you. What is already with you? Card number 17. All the magic, all the healing that you need, you're already capable of doing this for yourself. I really don't believe in um, advising people to have energetic sessions that aren't absolutely necessary, you know? So I don't feel like you need anything outside of you shifting the way you see yourself, allowing yourself to see yourself as the beautiful, powerful person that you are. You don't give yourself enough credit. You spend most of your time tearing yourself down. This is something you learned from childhood. Okay. Oh, girl. It's okay. It's okay, Lily. It's really okay. A lot of us learned this in childhood. I learned this in childhood too. And the beautiful thing about being an adult is you can change that. Okay. You can remember all those things that happened to you as a child. You don't need to forget any of that. You don't have to erase any of the recordings. Instead, you keep those things as reminders to keep you pushing forward, to continue looking for ways in which you can grow yourself. Okay? So, you got this. You totally got this. Number 10, releasing allegiances. Your allegiance should be to yourself. Okay? You don't have to continue to operate in the same way that you were taught to operate as a child. You have to love on yourself now. Those bees that stung you in the past, let them feed you honey. You can have a sweet life. It doesn't necessarily mean you'll have a mansion and fancy cars, and all of that is just material nonsense. If you can find the happiness in the circumstance you're in right now, I promise you, your entire life will change. Your entire life. Because you have such a manifestation ability. It's so highly developed, but all you've been manifesting for much of your adult life is the negatives. And every time you manifest another negative thing, it reaffirms all of these really hurtful recordings and memories from your childhood. Well, it's our head, hon. You're not the only one that experiences this, you know? I can feel we had a very similar childhood. It doesn't make us bad people. It doesn't make our family bad people. It just means we have to work that much harder to understand that everything that happened to us as a child was allowed to happen to grow us because we have some kind of purpose and we have to understand suffering on levels that are just insane because if we don't, how can we actually understand the gravity of the work we're here to do as souls? That's the price we pay to serve humanity, and it's okay. We're strong enough. We're absolutely strong enough. Okay? Look at her. She's not crying anymore. Her skin is glowing. And if you look closer, you see the cracks in her skin? She's shedding. She's shedding the old layers that are no longer appropriate. Allow yourself to shed. Okay? Just let it shed. There's no effort in that. It will slough off on its own. Yeah, you have a very intense, very developed manifestation ability. You're just not cognitive yet on how to use it. If you want to, if you really want to do something to help accelerate this process, I think maybe the best use of your funds would be to join Kokoro 33. You would learn the actual energetic techniques and principles, and you could do it for yourself. I see no reason why you can't do any of this for yourself. You just have to shift your perception of how strong you are, what you're capable of, what your limitations are, because you've had yourself confined into such a small box that the feeling of the painful cramp is what you know to be normal. You don't realize yet that the box was taken away. You're just kind of holding yourself like this. Stretch out. It's a little bit painful at first, but trust me, there's no more box. There's just no more box. There was one more thing that I needed to do for you. The manifestation amplifier. All right, girl. Are you ready? Let's see. So breathe very deep and very slow. All right. How do you feel, Lily? Thank you, Isabel. Okay. So your energy looks good. I don't know if maybe you're having technical difficulties again. Let me just check. Let's see. All right. She went to sleep. All right, guys. So this was another amazing time and space to share with you guys. You're all so freaking awesome. And I just love sharing such sacred space with you. Please give this video a thumbs up. If you haven't already subscribed, please do subscribe, turn on that notification bell. I will be going live again tomorrow. If you missed out on getting an expedite today, you can definitely have one tomorrow. Yay, she feels good. Definitely stay seated, okay? Make sure you stay seated, Lily. It's a lot of energy that I push towards you. Well, thank you, King A. All right, guys. I shall see y'all tomorrow. Tomorrow. I love ya. Tomorrow. It's only a day away. Tomorrow. Tomorrow. I love ya. Tomorrow. It's only a day. All right, guys. Bye. The sun will come.